I don't see it anywhere in the notes, but I find cultures teach us to either, if you give everybody in your life a 0 to 10 marks on trust, there are some cultures that train you to start with 10 and slowly allow the guy to discount it and you say, it's actually not that great, you maybe a 5 or 6 or 7, whatever you're comfortable with. But there are some cultures, the Chinese ones, where they start with 0. And you will climb up their ladder of trust very quickly. But it's important to remember that you're starting at 0. Don't take it too personally. Not that you are a terrible guy, or they don't like you, or they suspect you. That's the way they would want to look at a foreigner, especially an Indian. Contrary to what we believe, all this Hindi, Chini, bye-bye. At least in business, I think they look at us as able competitors. They do not. They think that we are far more capable of competing with the Pakistan, and not the Chinese. That's a harsh reality that we begin to face in business. So the good thing is, that a lot of them are very apolitical. They do not want to think about, in business, they hate discussion on politics. They don't care what is happening to US or to Osama or Obama or whoever. Those discussions are they're not very well read, most of them on an average. They do their business, they play golf, they see some women. That's the way they spend their money. Yes. So it's not, you like that one, right? So it's not, but it's true, because in India you can strike up a conversation of politics with a cycle rickshaw puller. If you get off at the Patna or Varanasi railway station and you take a cycle rickshaw guy, you can ask him, if it's around election, you can ask him, who do you think is going to win? And chances are he'll give you a very, very intelligent reply to this. A very considered view on why A or B will win and why C has no chances. But you cannot expect that there, and if you dig a little deep, then it's considered that you're too politically inclined. I've had that experience because I used to have this. I used to love to find out how they feel about the people, how they feel about the government. I feel terrible about my government, so I thought there'll be some reciprocation, but not so. Yeah, they don't do that. One thing that has struck me, and I have no answer to it as yet, is the fact about 0 follow-ups. What do I mean by that? If you go to a conference, you meet with a lot of people, in this case suppliers. So, in a way, they should be very happy meeting you as a buyer. They give you all the respect. They will invite you to a very lavish evening or a dinner or a drink somewhere. Spend a lot of money on that whole thing, And then you begin to realize, okay, you are happy because, that means some business is going to happen. Next morning, you probably stay at the same hotel or whatever you do. Next morning, if you don't give these guys a call for the next 5 years, you will never hear from them again. They will not even bother to send you an email saying, we had a good time, can we discuss business? So if you forget it, if you lose the chain there, it's lost. So that is something that we haven't understood. In my own company, we have had this discussion quite often. That in a lot of cases, that evening you're feeling, come on, that's good. I found this new supplier, or I found this new partner, or there is this new way of doing business. Somebody has a new machine, for example. In our business, you have to treat suppliers with a lot of respect because there are not so many of them. So even finding a new able supplier is a big victory. So we do pay a lot of attention to that. And that's why a lot of my team spends a lot of time in China. And when we're doing that, because most of these guys are coming down from Korea or Taiwan and setting up business in China. Again, if you use the same production facilities as the Chinese, have it at that level of cost. But the terrible part is that they are not marketing people whatsoever. So don't expect any follow-up from them. It is your business to find them, it is your business to get a quotation out of them, it is your business that they give you a bank account to which you can send the money. It's amazing that how passive they can be on the business. But you will find one whole breed which is from Hong Kong, which are exactly the opposite. But these are the smart guys. So now what's happening is all these Hong Kong guys are becoming the export managers. So if you have one of those Hong Kong guy or lady there, then that follow-up part is taken care of very quickly. They're very strong at that. Probably not strong as the others. But the Chinese by themselves, in my opinion, have a very, very poor service attitude. And I think it comes out of that competition thing. They have realized that we are the cheapest manufacturers in the world. You want something, it is your problem. When you come here, we'll treat you as guests, we'll give you a nice dinner. But from a business perspective, it is demeaning probably for them to send you a mail to say, look, what happened? You didn't come back to me. I want your business. That somehow is not something that's quite common. At least we haven't found that. Again, I think my experience is limited to medium and large companies, not very large companies, and not everything. What I found very interesting is that once you've been through the first few layers of the onion, at this level, once they begin to realize who you are, how you run your businesses, and the shortcut way was that after the 1 or 2 meetings where we were very serious about these people, we would insist that they come to India. On a short holiday, maybe get their wife, we promise to take them to the Taj Mahal. We have to entice them to be able to come to India. And the reason, and that works very well. It's not so expensive, because they're all pretty rich now, they're doing very well, the Chinese. So once they come to India, and once they see who you are as a company, then I find that this completely changes. Then they start behaving like any other business. They're interested in business, they start opening up. And I think they need to be told, or they need to somehow realize the sincerity of who you are, and what level of knowledge or level of business maturity you have. And then things begin to move. So, in a nutshell, China is not something you can quickly get into business with. That doesn't happen. Of course, a lot of our friends, if you go to the exhibition in Bhakti Vedanta, you'll find a lot of Chinese stalls there, and you'll find a lot of Indians there saying they're doing business with China. And that's not the China. That is traders from India who are doing trading business with traders in China. So I really don't consider that a very big part of business because that's a fly-by-night operation that can happen anywhere. More about Chinese workforce study. How much time do I have? We should leave some discussion. So, the Chinese workforce compared to Indian workforce generally, and specifically to the kind of company I described to you as taking, is very unbeknown. You said that though they would, so the worker level really has no idea about whether the business is successful or not, whether the company is making good money, what their standing is in the marketplace. They are very bitter. They come from whichever province they come from. Typically, traditionally they were sent from the north to south, west to east. They were not allowed to work in their own province. Idea was to sort of unsettle them for whatever reason. The government had their own policies around it. Initially, for the last 10 years that changed. So a lot of workforce that is found in these factories doesn't belong to the province. They don't work near their homes. They're away from their families. They cannot afford, most of them are not married at that age when they're that population. And when they get married, they do not stay with their wives. The wives stay in their own province and they see them once in a while. Chinese New Year or whatever. So what I found, there was typically 12-hour shifts. In India we work 8-hour shifts, and their typical shifts are 10 to 12 hours. They stay in a hostel which is normally in the factory premises, but they eat in the mess. So a sort of a college life in a way continues. It's not a family sort of oriented unit for too long. So a lot of them do not really take more interest than is required in the work they do. So they do very good manual work. If they're on a machine, they will produce as well as the machine can produce. They will follow your instructions to a T. But don't expect any involvement or engagement in the business. That's very difficult to get. And that's something that we're trying in the factory in Shenzhen now for 2 years. I see some signs, but definitely not something that we're happy with. Especially when you compare with the typical Indian workforce. The Indian worker is very, very happy to be engaged. So if the owner talks to them or a manager talks to them, find out how their family is doing, what's happening at home, what their current situation is, do you have a new idea about how to run this machine, you'll find new ideas will start coming through. They're very involved, very engaged, take a lot of pride in their work. Unfortunately, very unproductive compared to the Chinese guys. Yeah, because they like to do all this but not the work that they were called there for. So these are the focus on the task at hand and hence are very highly productive. In jobs which require no thinking, almost no thinking, which is doing it the same way, you cannot beat the Chinese workers. Like I said, they're low on creativity or problem solving. So if you have a problem, don't expect them to solve it. You have to take it to the next level, escalate the issue and somebody will take care of it. If I were to run a suggestion scheme in China, their question will be me. I'm supposed to say yes, that's your job. You make the changes, I do the work. They're very clear. With my workers in Noida, I have a different problem because they say, I don't know who does the work, I'll make the changes. So they are constantly in a change environment. Very typical example, what do we give them when we went there? We changed the whole technology, the way they do their processes. And if you make 1 million capacitors a day, you need very, very strong, robust processes and robust quality control so that what goes out has to be good. So one of the things that we've learned over the years is a test that we do on machines to make sure the machines are right. It's sort of a calibration that we do on a daily basis. It's one of our own process that was developed in-house and little secret. We pass on this little secret to the Chinese guys. And we say, okay, do this every day. When you run this process, you will get these kind of results. Fill up this template and send it to us every morning at 11 o'clock. The time they are ahead of us in that case went to our advantage. And so 3 months after we were doing this business with them, I asked my general manager, technical, that, we left those templates with them, will you get them on time? So he says, surprisingly, so over 3 months, there's not a single day that the report has not come to me, not 11 o'clock. It's there earlier or at 11, but never after 11. And I just said, did you find anything? Yes, yeah, there are some problems. We write to them, next day it's corrected, and I get a reply. So that's very good. And I said, how about, this guy sits on the 4th floor of our building. I said, what about the 3 floors below? Because that's our production house. And he said, I'm lucky if I get it 2 days in a week. So our guys sitting there don't give me the same reports. They don't believe in it. So on one executive meeting, I decided to take this up as an example. I said, how come the Chinese operations we are able to get this report and you guys don't give us the reports? Why are they not coming? So there was silence for some time. Some moments. I said, no, I really want an answer. I want to understand. It's not that. So the one guy says, sir, that process requires 300 pieces to be tested. And I'm wondering, I tried one day, actually even with 100 pieces you can get the same result with a 6 Sigma or whatever. So, yeah. So why don't you do 100 pieces? And somebody else comes in and says, no, I tried it another way and that was better, 200 pieces were better. So we have a 15-minute discussion on what the correct process should be. What is the most optimal process? And I say after these 15 minutes, can we agree to any one figure, any one way of doing this process and make sure that it's done from tomorrow onwards? And even today I'm not sure that it's happening. They will produce good capacity. They will find another way of doing it. But anything that says, it's a very simple experiment. I did in my company, and it's almost laughable. On every door in your institution, put a pull or a push sticker. And you will find more than 50% of people will not follow that instruction that is on that door. And I even tried a rule like this and said, look, this door, what do you want it to be? Do you want it to be full or push? What is more comfortable? And they have a half an hour discussion on what is more comfortable. Then you have a vote, and everybody says, okay, push, we agree with push. Not because they agree, but because they say, okay, get this idiot out of the room. So I put a push sticker. Sure, you can find half of them putting it. So that is probably part of our nature, culture of what it is. But that has big ramifications for how business is done. And now with the globalized world, I find, if you're smart, you know which operations to run where and which part of it. Don't get the Chinese to market your capacity. Don't get them to think of a new design, but get them to produce